Claremont Crescent was a hidden gem of fringes of East London, tucked between disused warehouses and overgrown railway tracks. The community had an air of tranquility that belied its proximity to the bustling metropolis. Its cobblestone streets, aging Victorian homes, and small communal gardens gave it a timeless charm. The residents, a mix of young families, retirees, and artists, lived harmoniously, cherishing their little haven away from the chaos of the city. But this peace was not to last. One fateful autumn, an unexpected and silent siege began, shaking the foundation of this tight-knit community. The first signs of trouble were subtle. Mrs. Hargrove, the librarian, noticed something peculiar in the community library. Books on the lower shelves bore strange, uneven bite marks, assuming it was mice. She laid traps and carried on with her work. However, the next morning revealed an unsettling escalation. Entire rows of books were ruined, shredded beyond recognition. At the same time, other residents began reporting odd occurrences. The Jenkins family awoke to find their garage lights flickering, the wiring chewed to pieces across the crescent. Mr. Barker, a retired handyman, discovered his garden shed leaking after pests had punctured the water pipes, and in Mrs. Patel's kitchen, bags of rice and flour were torn apart, their contents scattered across the pantry floor. The incidents grew in frequency and severity. At first, the residents assumed they were dealing with common pests, but the damage was unusual to precise, to pervasive. The culprits remained unseen, adding to the community's unease. As the panic grew, the residents turned to their property manager, David Linfield. David was no stranger to challenges, with over a decade of experience in property and facility management. He had encountered everything from flooding to structural collapses, but the reports from Claremont Crescent were unlike anything he'd dealt with before. Arriving in his usual calm, methodical manner, David conducted a thorough inspection. He noted that the damage targeted specific materials: wood, wiring, insulation, and even thin metals. Something about this pattern troubled him. "This isn't your average pest problem," David told the residents during an emergency meeting at the community center. "We're dealing with something new, and it's going to require a coordinated effort to tackle it." He immediately brought in a team of pest control specialists, equipped with advanced tools, infrared cameras, motion sensors, and chemical analysis kits. The investigation revealed a shocking truth: the culprits were a strange hybrid insect species, likely introduced through London's busy shipping ports. These insects, smaller than a paperclip but incredibly destructive, had adapted to chew through nearly any material. Their nests were discovered in the walls, beneath floorboards, and even in the hollow spaces of pipes. These pests are unlike anything documented locally, one of the specialists explained. They're highly resilient and can reproduce at an alarming rate. The infestation posed a severe threat, not just to individual homes, but to the entire community's infrastructure. The pests had already caused electrical outages, water leaks, and structural weakening in several buildings. Left unchecked, they could render Claremont Crescent uninhabitable. Faced with a growing crisis, David knew that swift action was essential. He organized another meeting, where he outlined a two-part plan. "We need to act immediately to contain and eliminate the pests," David began, "but we also need to think long-term. This crisis has exposed vulnerabilities in our infrastructure that we can't afford to ignore." The residents, initially paralyzed by fear, rallied behind David's leadership. Committees were formed to assist with cleanup efforts, share resources, and provide support to affected households. The sense of community, long dormant in the quiet Crescent, began to flourish. The eradication efforts were intense and multifaceted. Exterminators used a combination of eco-friendly chemicals, heat treatments, and mechanical traps to eliminate the pests. Meanwhile, David and his team worked to assess and repair the damage. Wiring: damaged electrical systems were replaced with pest-resistant, insulated cables. Piping: water and gas pipes were reinforced with materials impervious to chewing. Structural repairs: foundations, walls, and floors were inspected and fortified, ensuring the buildings could withstand future threats. The work was grueling, but progress was steady. As the weeks turned into months, the infestation was brought under control. With the immediate crisis averted, David turned his attention to a long-term solution. He proposed an ambitious plan to transform Claremont Crescent into a model of sustainable property management. Smart technology, advanced sensors were installed in homes to monitor for signs of future infestations, pest-resistant materials renovations, incorporated materials designed to deter pests, including composite woods and treated metals. Community gardens. The communal gardens were redesigned to include natural pest repellents like lavender and marigolds. Waste management systems. A modern waste disposal system was introduced to reduce the likelihood of attracting pests. The residents embraced the changes, eager to safeguard their homes and community. Over the next year, Claremont Crescent underwent a remarkable transformation. The once forgotten enclave became a thriving, resilient community, drawing attention from urban planners and property managers across London. David, now hailed as a local hero, was invited to speak at conferences, sharing the story of Claremont Crescent as a case study in proactive and sustainable facility management. For the residents, the ordeal had been a stark reminder of their vulnerability, but also of their strength together. They had faced an invisible enemy and emerged stronger, united, and more prepared for the future. Claremont Crescent stands today as a testament to the power of resilience, community, and innovative property management. The story of its survival is not just about overcoming pests, it's a lesson in adaptability, foresight, and the importance of investing in the places we call home. And though the pests are gone, their impact remains a quiet reminder of the challenges that can arise when we least expect them, and the extraordinary things we can achieve when we face them together. Property and facility management perspective. Proactive maintenance. The crisis at Claremont Crescent revealed the importance of proactive facility management, identifying and addressing vulnerabilities such as aging wiring, insufficient insulation, and gaps in structural materials before problems arise is crucial. Use of advanced technology, smart sensors, and pest-resistant materials played a pivotal role preventing future infestations. This highlights the value of integrating technology into property management. Sustainability. Investing in eco-friendly pest control methods and sustainable building materials not only solved the immediate problem, but also ensured long-term resilience. Community engagement. Effective property management requires collaboration with residents. By involving the community in cleanup and preventive efforts, the manager ensured lasting results and fostered trust. Emergency preparedness. The infestation demonstrated the need for an emergency response plan. Property managers should have contingency strategies for unexpected crises. Moral perspective. Community spirit. The story emphasizes the power of unity faced with a shared challenge. The residents came together, supporting each other through difficult times. This sense of solidarity transformed fear into collective action. Responsibility. To protect. Property managers, like David, have a moral obligation to protect the assets and well-being of their tenants. David's commitment to safeguarding Claremont Crescent illustrates the importance of ethical responsibility in leadership. Stewardship. Caring for shared spaces, like Claremont Crescent, goes beyond individual homes. It requires a sense of stewardship for the environment and infrastructure that supports the community. Legal perspective. Duty of care. As a property manager, David had a legal responsibility to ensure the safety and habitability of the buildings. The infestation posed risks such as electrical fires and structural collapses, which could have resulted in liability issues if left unaddressed. Building code compliance. The repairs and upgrades, such as pest-resistant wiring and reinforced pipes, were essential to meet safety and building codes. Failure to comply with these standards could have led to legal penalties. Tenant rights. Tenants have a right to live in safe and well-maintained properties. David's swift response upheld these rights and demonstrated good practice in property management. Environmental regulations. The use of eco-friendly pest control methods ensured compliance with regulations aimed at protecting local ecosystems. Introducing invasive species or using harmful chemicals could have had legal repercussions. Lessons learned: adaptability is key. Challenges, like the infestation at Claremont Crescent, often arise unexpectedly. The ability to adapt and implement creative solutions is critical in property and facility management. Prevention: overreaction. Addressing vulnerabilities before they escalate saves time, resources, and stress. Routine inspections and maintenance can prevent small issues from becoming crises. The value of expertise: bringing in specialists such as pest control experts and construction professionals ensured the problem was addressed effectively and comprehensively. Investment in infrastructure pays off. Upgrading to pest-resistant materials and installing smart technology required upfront costs, but resulted in long-term savings and improved resilience. Leadership matters. David's com. Decisive leadership was essential in guiding the community through the crisis. Property managers must be equipped to lead in times of uncertainty. Community resilience: a strong, engaged community can weather challenges better than individuals acting alone. Claremont Crescent's recovery was a testament to the strength of collective effort. In conclusion, analysis: the story of Claremont Crescent offers valuable insights for property managers, residents, and policymakers alike. It underscores the importance of proactive, sustainable, and collaborative approaches to property and facility management from a moral and legal standpoint. It emphasizes the responsibility to protect both people and property, ensuring safety, harmony, and resilience in the face of unexpected challenges. If you find this story enlightened, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel for more content on property, facility, and real estate management business tips. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. God bless you.